let's get into the newspapers now, and we'll take a look at the front pages of our daily newspapers. Okay, so first up is the Mail and Guardian, I think. Yes, Mail and Guardian, that's up there first. Looking at what they're saying is Mashaba versus Zille. This is what we've been hearing about since the announcement of Zille being put forward as the candidate for the DA, and Mashaba and Zille haven't stopped at each other. We did not realize how scared voters are of the DA, is what their headline is. Then they've got at the top there, Mthethwa mystery deepens. What now for Malema? Tembisa Hospital killed my son. And Ntintili's 25 years of storytelling. So that's the Mail and Guardian. On to the Business Day now, and have you seen this one? That's the State Mills levy to buy BEE status, a way for Transformation Fund to raise 40 billion rand annually, and they go into detail on this one. The government is weighing a voluntary 3% revenue levy on unlisted companies to feed a central transformation fund, promising a predictable 40 billion rand plus a year in new capital for black-owned small businesses and an expedited route to high broad-based BEE status. So that's going to certainly raise some comments on that one. NUMSA force imported car brands to invest locally, and this is imported car brands in this being sold in the SA should be forced to invest in local manufacturing as the price of continuing to do business here. This is according to Irvin Jim. You can see this there. An Israeli Navy vessel approaches Ashdod port carrying activists detained by Israel from the global Sumud flotilla trying to deliver aid to Gaza in southern Israel on Thursday, and that's the photograph that they've got there. Elon Musk rockets to $500 billion as wealth gap widens. Fired up box chase rugby championship glory, and Vodacom eyes SA wealth management market. So there we go. Let's leave that one there. We move on to the Daily Dispatch now, and this one's saying Mandela family praying for safe return of Mandla, and no word yet from former MP among South Africans on flotilla to Gaza intercepted by Israel. Be strong is the message that former MP Nkosi Mandela to his worried family on Wednesday before the global Sumud flotilla, which is part of, was intercepted by the Israeli forces. So amongst international outcry, they've got a whole collage of photographs there and quite a in-depth story on what's going on there. Wilsonia drivers testing site shut after failing to meet standards. And this one is motorists and aspirant drivers have been left high and dry after operations at the Wilsonia Traffic Department were suspended. So that's a story that they're looking at as well on the front page of the Daily Dispatch. All right, let's leave that there, and we move on to The Witness. And The Witness leading with Rogers and Hlomuka unite to tackle KZN education crisis. And this is where the KZN Finance MEC, Francois Rogers, and Education MEC, Sipho Hlomuka, have pledged joint efforts to support the pupils. And they were speaking at a joint media briefing yesterday. The two MECs outlined collaborative measures to stabilize KZN's embattled education sector, emphasizing accountability, funding efficiency, and long-term reforms. The photograph they've got there, uniting India in fire festivity. And this is where people watch as the Hindu demon king Ravana burns on the occasion of the Dussehra Vijaya Dashami festival in Nagpur. Please forgive me if I pronounced that wrong, but that's the photograph they've got on the front page of that. And then, of course, demands grow for Mandela's release after Israel halts flotilla. So there we go. That's the front page of The Witness. And then, of course, finally, the Cape Argus. Interception of global flotilla to Gaza sparks outrage. Ramaphosa demands the release of detained South Africans. And there's a photograph there coming from a show of support. Healthcare workers for Palestine. South Africa held protests at various healthcare facilities in South Africa. This is demonstrators aiming to express solidarity with the global Somad flotilla. Then the girl who cheated death celebrates matric ball with community support. And finally, Western Cape emerges as South Africa's fastest growing economy with 666.8 billion rand in GDP. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the papers now.